Dinar Shift. We bring you the information that is now shaping the landscape for currency holders across the nation, a development that, for years, remained squarely in the realm of discussion and deep anticipation. What is currently materializing is not a continuation of unverified chatter, nor is it a temporary surge of market speculation. It is a structured, infrastructural change that marks an unmistakable turning point for those holding the Iraqi Dinar, IQD, and the Vietnamese Dong, VND. Across various regions of the country, a network of official, fully regulated exchange centers is opening its doors, a physical manifestation of long-term planning and coordination. The sheer surprise of this coordinated rollout is palpable. And for the first time, the widely used phrase "it's happening" is being applied not to a rumor, but to an established system built with institutional backing. Today, we delve into the details of this historic launch, examining the purpose, the scale, and the precise meaning behind this crucial development. This movement goes far beyond a simple headline. It signifies a massive operational shift designed to provide security, transparency, and accessible financial services to every holder, regardless of the volume they possess. The core of this significant financial transition is the launch of 160 officially approved currency exchange centers. This represents a foundational step, perhaps the most substantial infrastructure rollout for this specific purpose in recent memory. For over a decade, the communities involved with the Dinar and the Dong have debated the exact mechanism by which a regulated, large-scale exchange would finally be managed. The emergence of these facilities provides the definitive answer. These are not pop-up locations or unverified third-party outlets. They are facilities purpose-built to meet stringent regulatory standards. They incorporate high-level security measures, feature sophisticated digital verification equipment, are staffed by personnel who have undergone specialized training, and are directly integrated with established, licensed financial institutions. This development signals a dramatic and official move away from the informal, often ambiguous environment of previous years and into an era of formal, standardized, and fully lawful currency handling. The launch itself is confirmation of a genuine commitment to providing real, tangible access for high-volume transactions, managed in a way that is consistent, safe, and verifiable across all major geographical areas. What is particularly striking to the currency holding community is the massive and synchronized scale of this operation. For years, the talk revolved around theoretical future locations or the hopeful involvement of specific banks, but such discussions rarely evolved into physical operating entities. Now we are witnessing the simultaneous activation of numerous centers across diverse metropolitan and regional areas. This coordinated launch is a clear testament to an extensive planning phase that has been underway quietly and methodically, for a far longer period than most observers had ever guessed. The sheer logistical complexity of this rollout cannot be overstated. It required the recruitment and training of hundreds of staff members, the procurement and installation of specialized security and digital equipment, extensive financial and procedural audits, and, critically, seamless regional coordination between all involved parties. This level of readiness and infrastructure investment is proof that the institutions behind this project have been building a comprehensive, nationwide operation designed to support the exchange needs of the entire community. This structured, national system ensures that all holders, whether small or large, can engage with a regulated exchange path, fundamentally altering the entire currency landscape. Many are naturally asking, why the sudden acceleration in timing? Why is 2025 the year for this specific launch? The answer is rooted in a necessary convergence of several critical internal and systemic improvements. Specifically, the catalyst appears to be a robust combination of renewed financial stability, comprehensive banking sector modernization efforts, significant upgrades to digital verification and authentication infrastructure, and a deliberate push toward formalized, regulated currency processes. The financial sector has undergone extensive structural reforms, leading to a much safer, more robust, and more digitally interconnected environment. This modernized framework is the prerequisite for a system that can smoothly handle the large-scale verification and cross-referencing required for high-volume currency exchanges. The new centers are intentionally designed to operate within and leverage these upgraded digital systems. The decision to launch now suggests that the institutions responsible are now fully confident in the underlying financial and technical framework, signaling readiness for the commencement of real, structured exchange operations. The move from abstract future promises to tangible, physical, and ready-to-use facilities is a milestone that underscores the seriousness of this transition. For holders of the Iraqi dinar, the uncertainty has often been particularly acute and prolonged. Discussions about new rates, revised policies, and updated procedures have been constant, but the single most significant missing element was the physical infrastructure to support a nationwide exchange process. The operational launch of these 160 centers directly addresses and resolves this long-standing structural deficiency. These facilities now provide Dinar holders with a uniformly safe, easily accessible, and officially recognized pathway for currency verification and eventual exchange. This monumental development directly alleviates years of community doubt and frustration. This is arguably the most decisive sign to date that the entire process is moving definitively out of the phase of pure speculation and into one of structured, measurable execution. For the first time, Dinar holders are observing the actual physical machinery of the financial system, staffed, operational, and prepared, rather than relying solely on official pronouncements or informal network updates. This step introduces a new level of legitimacy, clarity, and undeniable forward motion that the Dinar holding community has long awaited. Vietnamese dong holders are experiencing a parallel sense of forward progress and relief with this centralized rollout. While the dong has consistently featured in global financial discussions, holders have historically lacked access to a cohesive, regulated exchange infrastructure specifically engineered to process high-volume transactions across different regions. The inclusion of the dong in the mandate of these new centers is a powerful statement, ensuring that VND holders will be afforded equitable treatment and consistent access across all major geographic locations covered by the network. This balanced national approach is fundamentally important because it preempts the development of regional disparities and ensures that all holders, irrespective of the size of their holdings, have the same safe and official opportunity for exchange. Furthermore, this establishment of a structured, regulated exchange system enhances the international confidence and long-term credibility of the Vietnamese dong within the broader global financial community. The creation of this standardized system replaces reliance on fragmented local brokers or inconsistent, ad hoc bank procedures with a unified professional approach. One of the most immediate and profound impacts of this new network of centers is the sharp reduction in the persistent level of uncertainty that has characterized the currency holding community. For many years, holders were forced to navigate a landscape filled with contradictory information, constantly waiting for a sign of movement that felt authentic and sustainable. Now, with the official, centrally approved exchange locations physically opening their doors and providing verifiable processes, the confusion that has plagued the community for so long is finally beginning to dissipate. Holders are now presented with tangible destinations, official appointment scheduling protocols, and clearly defined verification procedures, elements that cannot be fabricated or simply speculated into existence. The mere presence of this credible infrastructure generates a vital sense of stability and reassurance, shifting the focus from endless waiting for news to active, informed preparation. The psychological impact of this newfound clarity is immense. Individuals are reporting feeling more grounded, more focused on the official instructions, and generally better prepared than they have felt in years past. The principle of accessibility is another major victory secured by this nationwide launch. Previously, regulated exchange opportunities were often restricted to a select number of large banks or specialized brokers, many of which operated under opaque or inconsistent guidelines. The introduction of 160 centers, strategically positioned across diverse regions, effectively levels the playing field for all participants. Holders are no longer required to be physically present in a major financial hub or possess specific personal connections to gain access to a safe and secure exchange location. This extensive, national-level deployment guarantees that individuals residing in smaller towns, remote communities, and rural areas are given equal access to the same professional services. This commitment to wide-ranging accessibility champions fairness and transparency in the process. It decisively signals the end of the long period defined by confusion, limited availability, and potential exploitation, establishing a clear, standardized, and safe path forward for every holder, regardless of their background or experience. A paramount concern for all holders has consistently been the verification process, and these new centers are fully equipped to address this challenge head-on. The facilities feature state-of-the-art digital authentication tools, specialized note scanning equipment, and robust cross-reference systems engineered to verify the legitimacy and authenticity of currency in real time. This sophisticated infrastructure fundamentally eliminates the worry of being wrongly accused of holding counterfeit notes or having to engage with brokers who lack proper institutional-grade verification capabilities. Every step within the exchange process is meticulously documented, fully traceable, and strictly compliant with institutional standards. The verification framework is designed to protect all parties involved, the individual holder and the financial institution, throughout the entire transaction. Furthermore, the inherent security protocols dramatically reduce the risk of fraudulent schemes, scam attempts, or reliance on dishonest third-party intermediaries. This system introduces a level of professionalism and verifiable credibility that aligns perfectly with contemporary global banking standards, transforming the process from an ambiguous risk into a regulated, clearly defined procedure. Security has been prioritized as a fundamental and non-negotiable component of these new centers, given the potentially high-value nature of the transactions involved. The physical facilities have been designed with numerous security features, including tightly controlled entry and exit systems, continuous comprehensive surveillance, reinforced secure transaction counters, and a team of highly trained security and operational personnel. This multi-layered security framework serves a dual purpose. It safeguards the integrity of the currency holdings being exchanged and ensures the maintenance of order and efficiency during periods of potentially high transaction volume. For years, holders often operated under the fear of being targeted by scams, robberies, or deceptive practices by unofficial brokers. These new, officially sanctioned exchange centers eliminate those pervasive risks by providing a consistently safe and monitored environment, backed by institutional oversight. This crucial level of security, which was absent from the currency community for a substantial period, marks a vital turning point in the future operation and professional management of these exchanges. A critical, non-financial instruction for every holder during this period is the necessity of thorough preparation. Many have dedicated years to waiting for this exact moment, yet not all are logistically prepared for the steps that lie ahead. The degree of readiness achieved today will directly influence the speed and smoothness of the entire exchange experience once the appointment scheduling commences. For individuals holding physical currency, the immediate priority should be to meticulously organize their notes by denomination, conduct a careful inspection for any signs of damage or wear, and ensure that all currency is stored securely. Those whose holdings are digital or already within bank accounts must ensure that all associated records, documentation, and personal verification details are fully updated, easily accessible, and perfectly in order. Preparation also involves a commitment to following official communication channels. Because this process is structured and regulated, all authoritative timelines and appointment system details will be announced through official, institutional channels, and never through unofficial rumors or social media personalities. Holders who take these simple, proactive organizational steps now will prevent significant delays and confusion later in the process. The implementation of formal, structured appointment systems is another key aspect of this comprehensive rollout. Given the potential for thousands of holders nationwide to seek exchange services simultaneously, the centers simply cannot accommodate unmanaged walk-in queues or chaotic, unorganized crowds. Therefore, appointments will be scheduled systematically, likely based on regional allocation, the reported volume of currency, and the specific verification requirements of the transaction. This organizational methodology ensures that every holder receives adequate, focused time and attention for proper verification, without being rushed or forced into long, stressful waits. Appointment-based scheduling is also a critical mechanism for ensuring equitable access across all geographical areas, effectively preventing disproportionate congestion in heavily populated regions. This system is designed to create a predictable and orderly flow of transactions, providing holders with clear expectations about when their personal exchange process is scheduled to begin. The key takeaway for holders is to be fully ready to secure an appointment immediately upon the release of the official scheduling calendar, as acting promptly and following official directives will be essential for a smooth and secure experience. One of the most compelling implications of this national rollout is the strong, clear signal it sends regarding the financial system's operational readiness. These 160 centers could not have been launched without extensive, long-term planning, official regulatory approval, and complete integration into the core national and international banking systems. Their official opening is the strongest objective indicator yet that the required infrastructure for securely and professionally handling large-scale IQD and VND transactions is not only developed but is fully operational and active. For the community of holders who have navigated years of unfulfilled rumors, the physical presence of functional staffed centers serves as tangible proof that the system is not merely conceptual, it is now actively engaged in the execution phase. This demonstrable readiness represents a definitive shift from prolonged periods of systemic uncertainty to one of concrete action, formally establishing the groundwork for the highly anticipated next phase of the process. Holders with larger volumes of currency are particularly and positively impacted by the framework of this professional rollout. In the past, the process of exchanging significant amounts of dinar or dong was frequently fraught with multiple risks, including a pervasive lack of transparency, vague procedural guidelines, the necessity of dealing with unverified brokers, or inconsistent, often confusing, bank policies. These new official centers are engineered to eliminate these historical challenges. They are specifically equipped and mandated to handle high-volume transactions with the utmost safety, security, and professionalism. Every step is meticulously documented, every exchange is formally recorded in the system, and every holder is shielded by institutional protections. This newly introduced structured and secure approach delivers peace of mind and significantly reduces the probability of operational errors or transactional disputes. For high-volume holders, this system finally provides a safe, legitimate, and professional pathway forward after years spent operating in the shadow of institutional uncertainty. It is equally important to emphasize that smaller volume holders are integral to the design and purpose of this national rollout. A long-standing concern among the community was the fear that when the critical moment arrived, large institutional investors would be heavily prioritized, and smaller holders might be marginalized or pushed aside. The design of this 160-center nationwide network clearly demonstrates the opposite intent. This system has been explicitly structured to serve and accommodate every holder, irrespective of the precise quantity of currency they hold. Smaller holders will enjoy the same equal access to verified appointments, the same secure processing standards, and the same transparent, professional exchange procedures as their larger counterparts. They will no longer be forced to rely on unverified third-party brokers or unofficial intermediaries. The principle of absolute fairness and equitable access is a fundamental, built-in structural strength of this entire national initiative, ensuring universal participation. The financial implications of a legitimate, regulated pathway becoming available are, of course, a major point of discussion. With official centers now operational, holders possess a clear, legitimate route to realize the verified value of their IQD or VND. Even modest holdings of currency, when processed through an official, regulated channel, can translate into substantial and meaningful financial outcomes. This opportunity has required years of patience and groundwork, and holders are strongly encouraged to approach it with a sense of seriousness, responsibility, and diligence. Making well-informed decisions, maintaining scrupulous organization of all personal documentation, and strictly adhering to all official institutional instructions will be the determining factors in maximizing the benefits of this process. As the rollout progresses and unfolds, every verified holder will have a secure and legal opportunity to participate within this newly established framework. Comprehensive documentation stands as another absolutely crucial element of this professional, regulated rollout. Every single exchange transaction conducted through these centers will automatically generate standardized, verifiable receipts, official confirmations, and comprehensive verification records. These documents are essential instruments for protecting both the individual holder and the participating financial institutions, establishing full transparency at every phase of the process. The strict requirement for this level of documentation ensures that there are no misunderstandings, no unexpected transactional surprises, and absolutely no unrecorded financial movements. This represents a significant elevation in professionalism and accountability, addressing a key deficiency that has long been present in the currency exchange space. The structure gives holders unwavering confidence that their exchange is being handled properly and professionally, without resorting to shortcuts or improvised, non-standard procedures. The issue of scam prevention is necessarily a critical, high-priority topic for this phase. History shows that whenever a major financial event begins to unfold, fraudulent actors and scammers will invariably attempt to capitalize on the community's excitement and, potentially, its confusion. It is paramount that all holders remember and strictly adhere to the fact that the only safe and legitimate path for exchange is exclusively through these officially approved regulated centers. No independent third-party broker, online personality, or social media contact has the ability or authority to offer early access, claim special or preferential rates, or provide unapproved shortcuts. Any such claim must be immediately recognized as a critical red flag. The official regulated pathway is public, universally standardized for all verifiable holders, and perfectly clear. Staying fully committed to these official, established procedures is the sole means of safeguarding your currency, protecting your sensitive personal information, and securing your financial future. Beyond the financial and logistical aspects, the psychological impact of this moment on the community is profound and extensive. Many holders have spent years trapped in a cycle of waiting, hoping, and periodic doubting, experiencing repeated waves of intense excitement followed by crushing disappointment. Now, for the first time in memory, that pervasive uncertainty is unequivocally breaking. The concrete presence of a real, fully operational, nationwide exchange network injects a powerful sense of hope, tangible clarity, and forward momentum. Individuals who once felt paralyzed by indecision and endless waiting can now actively begin the process of preparation with a strong sense of confidence and validated purpose. This monumental shift affects much more than just the financial equation. It dramatically alters mindsets, re-engages motivation, and channels energy toward constructive action. It functionally transforms the abstract notion of someday into the active, undeniable reality of it's happening now. From a purely logistical and organizational perspective, this massive rollout represents a staggering accomplishment of coordination and planning, successfully coordinating the launch and integration of 160 individual centers, recruiting and training a substantial operational staff, developing and deploying complex digital verification systems, and instituting a nationwide standardized appointment scheduling procedure required months, and most likely years, of deliberate, meticulous planning. This extraordinary level of organization strongly reflects the foundational seriousness and commitment driving this entire financial initiative. It provides clear, demonstrable evidence that the system was not hastily assembled, but was carefully and robustly built from the ground up to support high-volume, secure, and orderly transactions. This logistical breakthrough should instill deep confidence in holders that their exchange experience will be predictable, smooth, well-managed, and highly professional. The immediate priority for holders should be to dedicate the coming days to a thorough, meticulous verification of all their currency notes, the systematic gathering and organization of all necessary supporting documentation, and remaining highly alert and responsive to the official announcements regarding appointment scheduling. The greater the degree of preparedness achieved now, the more rapid and seamless the exchange process will be once the local centers begin their official scheduling. Preparation is the singular, non-negotiable key to optimizing and maximizing this unparalleled opportunity. This is not the time for reliance on speculative rumors or attempts at unapproved shortcuts. It is the critical time to strictly adhere to verified information, maintain exceptional organization, and stand ready to act decisively and intelligently when the formal processing commences in your respective area. The official launch of this comprehensive nationwide network of regulated exchange centers truly marks a historic and long-anticipated moment in the global world of currency holders. After many years characterized by intense speculation, paralyzing uncertainty, and prolonged waiting, the necessary infrastructure is finally in place, tangible, and functioning. The system is real, the established process is fully regulated, and the core opportunity is demonstrably accessible to every single holder. This moment represents both the ultimate culmination of a decade of preparation and the definitive beginning of the crucial next operational phase, which involves secured appointments, verified currency processing, and professional exchanges. All holders are advised to remain focused, stay thoroughly informed through official channels, and maintain their high state of preparedness. History is undeniably unfolding right now, and for the first time, the official, regulated path forward is finally clear and ready. The single most important directive for every holder today remains consistent: be fully ready, stay extremely alert, and follow the prescribed official pathway without deviation. Avoid all unauthorized shortcuts, completely disregard unsubstantiated rumors, and place your trust only in the official system that has now been diligently and comprehensively built to serve you. This is an unprecedented, historic moment for all IQD and VND holders across the community. The nationwide exchange centers are now operational, and the opportunity that has been the subject of years of discussion is decisively transitioning into an active reality. Prepare yourself, prepare your documentation, and remain entirely focused on the next official updates as the appointment schedules are released and the process of exchanges officially begins to accelerate. This is the moment you have been waiting for. It is history in active motion, and it is unfolding right now.